keep a Bible in my pocket when I'm riding around. I keep a pistol by my side when I'm touching down.
2nd Ezra 14 from the top. And it came to pass upon the 3rd day, I sat under an oak, and behold, there came a voice out of the bush over against me and said, Ezra, Ezra. Verse 2, and I said, here am I, Lord. And I stood up upon my feet. Verse 3.
So Ezra's basically Ezra's right now is basically making himself available for whatever the Lord is trying to bring forth to him. That's what he's basically doing right now. Let's continue.
Verse 3, and said he unto me in the bush, I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses, and talked with him when my people served in Egypt.
So one thing we can deal with right now, this is the angel of the Lord, because he's talking about, he was revealed to him in the bush. He was dealing with, like, when you deal with the burning bush, you're dealing with Moses. You're dealing with the angel of the Lord. So that's who's approaching Ezra right now. Let's continue.
Verse 4, and I sent him and led my people out of Egypt and brought him up to the mount of where I held him by me a long season. Verse 5.
He held Moses by him for a long season. Now, let's continue. We're gonna get back, we're gonna come back to that because it's gonna go into some more stuff, but we're gonna come back to that.
Verse 5, and told him many wondrous things, and shewed him the secrets of the time and the end, and commanded him, saying, these words shalt thou declare, and these shalt thou hide.
So hold up. Moses, when you deal with Moses, Moses was a powerful prophet, great, one of the greatest leaders in Israelite history. There's certain things that the Most High God told Moses. Moses knew things about the end. He knew things about things that was probably about to happen right now, during his time to whatever. He knew things about the end and stuff like that. These are things that the Most High revealed to him. Some things Moses would bring out, some things Moses wouldn't bring out. That's the thing that the Most High, that's how the Most High told him to operate. You can't tell these people everything, man. You tell these people, yeah, right. You can't tell these people everything. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that the Most High wanted him to publish. You already got to remember, man, they was trying to sit up there and worship Moses. Like when Moses died, they were trying to look for his body, man. These people, like the Israelites were willing to worship anything. And even to this day, they're still willing to worship anything. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing when you deal with Moses. Now, let's continue.
Verse 7, and now I say unto thee, that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have shewed in the dreams thou hast seen, and the interpretations which thou hast heard.
So now he's about to bring out the interpretations that he has heard. Basically like the prophecy, everything that the Most High is trying to bring forth to Ezra. Let's continue.
Verse 9, for thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son, and with such as be like thee until the times be ended.
So hold up, Ezra is being taken away. He's letting Ezra know, look, soon you're going to be out of here, you're going to get taken away, but you're going to remain with me. Now, when you deal with the scriptures, you deal with the Bible, you deal with what? You deal with regeneration. Some people will sit up there and say, oh, reincarnation, but we're talking about, it's the same thing. Regeneration, reincarnation, whatever. But we're not talking about you dying and coming back a damn animal or something like that. We're not talking about that. We're dealing with you dying and coming back in the third, fourth generation. You know what I'm saying? You're coming back to the same tribe that you left. You know what I'm saying? But you're coming back in a new body. Same spirit, new body. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the Bible. Regeneration is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So he's letting Ezra know, because everybody's on a cycle. Everybody done been here before. Everybody's on a cycle. So he's letting Ezra know, look, unlike everybody else that's on a cycle, look, I'm going to keep you with me. You're not going to get regenerated as much as everybody else. You're going to be here with me. So he's letting Ezra know, you're not the only one. There's other people that's going to be here with me. It could have been Moses. It could have been other people, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be here with the Most High. You're not going to get regenerated as much. Now, matter of fact, how do we know that people will get regenerated? Matter of fact, go to Revelation 10 and 11. Let's get that. Revelation 10 and 11. So we can talk about the reincarnation real quickly. We're going to come back to 2nd Ezra 14. Because it's definitely reincarnation in the Bible. Let's get that. Revelation 10 and 11. Because we got to remember, this is John speaking. This is John. He was at the Isle of Patmos. You know what I'm saying?
Revelation 10:11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
So John is being told that he shall prophesy again before many nations and many kingdoms. That's what John is being told. How is John prophesying against many nations and many kingdoms? And we're talking about back then in the first century. John's dead already, but he's going to be prophesying again? He had to have came back. If he's prophesying again, and we know that he was probably around first century, unless he's over 2,000 years old and out here prophesying somewhere, John has to be either 2,000 years old, or he done died, or he done came back and he's in a different body, but he, it's his spirit in a different body. He's out here prophesying. That's how we know the prophets are back on the earth. The prophets are back prophesying. They're back in their lot. They're back out here teaching this Bible. They're back out here breaking it down. They're back out here confounding the supposed to be wise. They out here confounding people because the Most High. That's how the Most High does everything. He does everything on a cycle, man. Now go to 2nd Ezra 14 to 35. Go back to 2nd Ezra 14, but go to 35 so we can solidify that this reincarnation.
2nd Ezra 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
So hold up. After death shall the judgment come, and then we shall live again. So after you die, your spirit go back up to the Most High. After the 3rd or 4th generation, what happens? You come back on the earth, because the Bible tells you in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that the earth, the place under the sun, is the place of judgment. So that's where you get your judgment at. That's where you live out your judgment. You're going to live out your judgment again on the earth. That's the thing.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Because the works of the ungodly and the righteous, the things that the righteous do are going to be manifest on the earth. And the things that the ungodly do is going to be manifested here on this earth, where the judgment is being issued out. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing to understand. Y'all believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Y'all do? Let me ask you a question then.
Sorry, we're meeting somebody.
Right. Halloween. That's crazy. But like I was saying, when you deal with reincarnation, man, because we sit up there and ask anybody, man. Ask your pastor what when a baby dies at a young, you in a church, man? You in a church? Can I ask you a question? Why? So do you know anything about the Bible? You do? So do you know why like say if a little baby dies at the catch a stray bullet? Do you know why God allows stuff like that to happen? You don't? Ask your pastor why. You heard me? When you get a chance, ask your pastor why. I don't know if you was hearing anything we was saying, but ask him why and just see what he said. Okay. But like I was saying though, reincarnation is real. So let's go back to 2nd Ezra. Go back to 2nd Ezra 14. Let's start back where we were just at. I think we was at verse 7 or 8. Oh, let me see what we at.
Revelation, 2nd Ezra 14 and 10. For the world hath lost his youth, and the times began to wax old.
So hold up, the world has lost its youth. This is around the time of Ezra. When we deal with Ezra's time, we're dealing with around what? 430 BC, 500 BC. We're dealing with around that time when we deal with Ezra's. And he's already telling you that the world has lost its youth, meaning the earth in which they was living on is already getting old. You see what I'm saying? So what we about to break down is showing how, basically we're literally in the 12,000 year. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately it's going to be a 12,000 year, then the destruction is going to come, huh? Because right now we're in the rulership of the Gentiles. The Gentiles are ruling, and after that we're going to have our 1,000-year sabbatical. You see what I'm saying? Well, we're going to rule in the kingdom. You feel me? So what we're going into is Hebrew, basically going into Hebrew, we're going into how the Hebrews view the world, their viewpoint. That's what we're bringing forth right now. That's what we're going into. So, let's continue. No, go to, it's gonna break it down better. Okay, once it, open the damn dog get bit by a snake, man. Oh, man. Yeah, he got up out of this. Hey, go to 2nd Ezra 14 in the CED and get verse 11. We're gonna read it right now. So he would have got so up. Yeah, CED. It's all right.
This is 2nd Ezra 14 in the CEB. The age is divided into 12 parts.
So this is verse 11. It says the age is divided into 12 parts. When it's dealing with the age, it's dealing with what? Because he was already just talking about the world. He's talking about the earth. He's talking about the time in which they were living in, how the earth is already growing old, you know? So the age is divided into 12 parts. When you deal with 12 parts, what is it dealing with? Go to 2nd Peter 3 and 8. 2nd Peter 3 and 8. 2nd Peter 3 and 8, and then we're going to come back to it. Because it's dealing with something in specific. The 12,000 years, and we're going to see how it's dealing with 12,000 years. How do we know it's dealing with 12,000 years? Let's see.
This is 2nd Peter chapter 3 verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years.
So one day is 1,000 years. So we do 1,000 years, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. It says it's divided, the earth is divided into 12 parts. 12,000 years. Even when you deal with creation, man, because people sit up there, Christians be like, well, you know, it was 7 days he ceased. They think it is 7 days of 24-hour periods. He just created the earth and everything in 7 days, 24-hour periods. But when you deal with the Bible, it's dealing with, that's 7,000 years. So 7,000 years have already passed. You feel me? 7,000 years have passed. That's 7,000 years for creation. Now, let's continue.
And 1,000 years as one day.
Now, go back to 2nd Ezra 14 and CEB. Go back to it. What's up, bro? Yeah, let's get that.
2nd Ezra 14 and 11 in the CEB. The age is divided into 12 parts.
So the 12 parts is dealing with 12,000 years. So basically the earth is dealing with the earth being around, basically it's dealing with the earth in a rulership for 12,000 years. Continue.
9 parts, and a half of the 10th part have already passed.
So 9.5 had already passed. 9.5 parts have passed. Now, let's deal with that. So when we deal with it, 7,000 years, that's 7 parts. Around this time, it was what? It was Ezra's time. That was around what? That was around about 500 BC. So we're basically looking at what? 2,500 years have passed from the 7,000 years of rest, of the Most High ceasing from his work. 2,500 years have passed to get to Ezra's time. So that takes you to right around to 500 BC. So that's what we're dealing with. Let's continue.
Verse 12. 2 parts in addition to half of the 10th part remain.
So hold up. What remains is 2.5 parts. Now, when we deal with these 2.5 parts, because I already just showed you, when you deal with Ezra's time, you're dealing with 500 BC. And you're dealing with 1,000 years for each part. Half of a part is 500 years. So half of that part, 500 years, that'll take you to what? That'll take you to 0 AD. Now you got 2 parts left. And when you deal with 2 parts, it's 1,000 years. That takes you to year 2000. We're literally in the 12,000 year right now, y'all. Before the judgment of the Most High comes upon this goddamn place. And all people can sit up here and think about is Halloween. It's crazy, bro. It's trick or treat. trick or treat, candy, give me something good to eat. That's all niggas can think about. And we're literally walking around in the 12,000 year, bro. Literally at the end. The end, man. Bro, that's the end, clearly. Like, let's get it.
Verse 13. Now then, put your house in order. Give solemn instruction to your people. Console the humble among them and instruct those who are wise. Renounce now this corruptible life.
And see, it says renounce this corruptible life. It also said instruct your people, man. You know what I'm saying? Give instructions to your people. And that's what we're doing. It's telling you what to do in these last days. Save yourself from this perverse nation, man. From this perverse place. Because this place about to be destroyed. How you doing, sister?
Where are you?
Speak no English or no?
Oh, yeah,
Can we give you a flyer?
I'm here to do it.
Hey, we here for you. She don't care. Hey, but you know what? That's fine because 2/3 of blacks and Hispanics they gonna die here in America anyway. No, two-thirds of blacks and Hispanics they gonna die here in America right along with their slave master anyway. There's nothing they can do about it.